TikToker Big Daddy Leo
Is it just in the toilet? How is it in the toilet?
1037, a popular content creator with over 1.3 million followers, is known for his skits and humorous commentaries. However, a recent post has left his audience more creeped out than entertained.
I'm freaking out a little bit.
In the clip, which offers a behind-the-scenes look at one of his skits, Leo reveals that something super eerie occurred during filming.
This is crazy. I put the captions on, and in the part where, God bless me always, I die and I'm in heaven, it didn't pick up the captions, it didn't pick up my voice, but it picked this up. Watch.
He shows a raw edit of the skit on his phone. But what happens next is unnerving.
Was that?
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Did you see that?
As Leo plays the video, a disembodied voice can be heard whispering, "Just let me in."
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Leo, just let me in. If it was like it and Rick started talking on his shirt, that's what's going to happen in the new It movie.
Automatically captioned the phrase,
Rick is going to come to life in the head shop and a bong, and he's going to jump out. Don't tell me that wouldn't be a cool scene.
Leo's baffled.
Leo, I'm a bong, help me.
No one else was home when he filmed the skit. And as of now, he has
Leo, if you can throw this bong, you can and not break it, you can keep anything in the store.
It didn't pick up my voice. The captions didn't pick up my voice, but it picked that "just let me in." What the hell was that? Nobody was here.
The unsettling clip has sparked a flurry of speculation and theories among his followers, leaving everyone wondering about the source of the eerie whisper. Is it a technical glitch or something more paranormal? For now, the mystery remains unsolved.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it.
Hey gang, just a quick little update. You may have noticed we've been uploading some shorts to our main channel recently. We're finding this viewing experience is a little jarring for our audience, particularly for those of you who like to watch on TV. So, with that in mind, we've launched a new channel called Slaptam Shorts. This will be delicious bite-sized servings of ham released every single day of the week. So this is short-form content, one segment shorts. And below there...
Alright, thanks for letting us know.
A chilling photo has emerged, revealing the moment a hiker unknowingly passed what appears to be a night marcher demon in a
The night marcher demon? What is it, a Dark Souls boss?
This was captured during a lunar eclipse, a time often linked with paranormal activities, adding an eerie layer to the strange
The night
encounter.
watcher demon.
Marathon runner Kay and her friend Cassie were traversing the trails of a Hawaiian rainforest when the unsettling incident occurred. Kay was running, with Cassie acting as her pacer and support, taking photos along the way. It wasn't until they later shared the photos with friends and family that they noticed the dark, haunting figure lurking near Kay in one of the pictures.
I think it's just a tree that happens to look like a person.
The image, which shows the shadowy entity to the left of Kay's
you know what I mean?
quickly gained attention
or it's like a Walking Dead zombie.
On Reddit, where Kay first uploaded it. The figure was not visible to Kay or Cassie during their run, and there was no statues or structures along the trail that could explain the apparition.
Yeah.
The image gets even stranger when you look at the live view.
Sometimes trees look like people.
Whatever it is, it appears out of nowhere.
Remember Old Man Willow in Lord of the Rings?
Adding to the terror, Kay experienced a sudden excruciating pain in her right leg during the fourth lap, causing her to stop and cry hysterically. She described it as an out-of-body experience, compelling her to quit the race, a first in her long-running career. After notifying the organisers,
sometimes trees start walking around.
Airbnb. While scrolling through the photos, they noticed the bizarre figure, prompting them to research the area. Their investigation led them to the legend of the Night Marchers, ghosts of ancient Hawaiian warriors.
AI, isn't it?
According to Hawaiian mythology, Night Marchers, or spirit ranks, are deadly ghosts of ancient tribal Hawaiian warriors. These spectral entities are said to
Looks like I'm playing fucking Warhammer Total War.
They emerge from burial sites or rise from the ocean on nights.
Real photos.
Gods Kane, Ku, Lono, or Kanaloa. marching in large groups to ancient battle sites or sacred places. They carry spears, clubs, and blow conch shells, announcing their march while their feet never touch the ground.
I gotta say, I hate the name of that army.
Highly dangerous.
Like, why? It just seems like
state that any mortal who looks upon them will die violently. It's said that the only way to avoid harm is to lie motionless face down,
like a joke.
showing respect, or to have an ancestor among the marchers who will call out "na ui," meaning mine in Hawaiian, sparing the mortal. Kay's encounter during the lunar eclipse, combined with the legendary lore, left her and many online
all AI, no fucking actual like pictures of Hawaiian ghosts or anything like that.
So, what do you think's been caught in this truly unsettling image? Could it really be a night marcher? Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. A follower of ours, Ryan Hutton from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, recently sent us an unsettling photo.
It's like 8 places.
Ryan's email detailed his mum's 3-story house, which has a basement apartment where more than 10 people have reportedly died over the years. The photo Ryan shared reveals a strange, transparent figure captured in the basement.
How'd they die? How did people die there?
Given the house's tragic history, the image raises the question, could this really be a glimpse of a ghost?
No. It said like 10 people died there. It's like, what? How?
In 2021, YouTube user Jai Alien uploaded some spine-chilling footage that has left his viewers puzzled. The video was filmed
10 people died in this basement.
An old abandoned mining
From
town
what?
located in the northeastern
Binge
region
drinking.
of Zacatecas, Mexico. This area is renowned for
they all got a bad batch of fentanyl and they died.
At bay for years.
It was a fucked up joke.
As the
just came to my mind,
the old town, he decides to document his journey through one of the old abandoned shacks. While filming, the camera inadvertently captures something deeply unsettling. At the start of the footage, an old doll can be seen sitting face down on a chair as the OP enters the property.
It's a doll. I couldn't think of any other word except for fentanyl. I knew I was going to say it. I was going to say like...
which remains in the same position.
Bad batch. Something else.
Now watch the third time we see the doll.
Something that people die from.
It's now sitting upright. Despite the OP being all alone in the shack, the doll seems to have shifted position all on its own.
The doll is made of fentanyl.
This eerie movement has led many to question whether something supernatural is at play. For years, local residents have feared the abandoned town, especially
Is that a UFO in the background?
They avoid the area
at
all costs due to numerous reports of hysterical crying sound.
What is this right here? This is a broken window? Is that just like the roof? Okay, it's the ceiling. It kind of looks like a UFO. You see that? I mean, I'll get the pen out. Do you see it? What's going on there? Why are they doing? Why is that UFO hiding there?
They avoid the area at all costs due to numerous reports of hysterical crying sounds, ghostly shadow figures, and eerie children's laughter. These tales have given the Aranzazu mine a reputation as a hotbed of supernatural activity. So could this be evidence of a ghostly presence in the old mining town, or is there a more rational explanation for the doll's bizarre movement? The mystery remains unsolved, leaving many to wonder about the true nature of the Aranzazu mine and its haunted past.
Just send him a video of himself. Yeah, I found a UFO here.
A recent TikTok clip from user Lean D. Cole.
Oh my god! I think I've seen this before.
Visuals.
The magic shoe.
A shoe being reflected in a mirror, but there's a strange twist.
Oh my god!
The mirror doesn't show a typical mirrored image. Instead, it displays the shoe exactly as it appears in the foreground.
What?
almost as if it's not reflecting at all. This unusual phenomenon has sparked widespread speculation among viewers. Some are calling it a glitch in the Matrix, suggesting that the mirror is showing an error, presenting incorrect visual information instead of a reversed reflection.
Well, wouldn't that be an
So
error
what
in
do
the
you
Matrix
think?
then?
Is this
Not a
simple
glitch?
optical illusion, a clever hoax, or something more mysterious? The debate continues as the clip gains more attention online.
Just like two different footages spliced together or something.
You gotta get out of here, man.
Get it?
You gotta
Footage.
leave, man.
TikTok user Manny, known as Cruz D Rosa 92, recently captured some eerie footage while babysitting his niece, and it's left viewers thoroughly spooked. The unsettling video starts with Manny's niece pointing into a darkened room.
My niece keeps pointing at someone right here in this little hallway. Look, she's pointing again, look.
Throughout the evening, the toddler continues to point at the same darkened
Just
area.
feeds his fucking baby to the like the ghost.
She's like looking over there, like there's someone over there.
Baby, go over there, see what it is.
She's freaking me out. Look, she's pointing, see? There's someone over there. I'm freaking out.
Her actions suggesting she's seeing something that the camera doesn't initially capture.
Whoever you are, leave. You're scaring my niece. Look, she keeps pointing at you. Get the out of here, man.
The situation escalates when this happens.
Baby, tell that ghost to get the fuck out of here and to go fuck himself.
Out of nowhere, an object flies out of one of the
Tell that
dark
fucking
rooms at the
ghost,
rear of the
baby.
house.
Then it's her, and then she keeps pointing at some. What is that?
Wasn't until later that day that Bradley figured out that he didn't have a
And then she
niece.
grabbed this lantern right here. And I'm
Who
like,
was the baby?
The footage quickly went viral, with many viewers flooding the comments section with advice and theories. A common suggestion was for Manny to burn sage in an attempt to cleanse the space of any negative energy that might be present. The video has sparked intense speculation about what could have been caught on camera here, with some believing it to be a sign of paranormal activity. Given the child's consistent pointing and the mysterious flying object, viewers are left to wonder, what has Manny's niece been seeing? What exactly did the camera capture on that fateful night?
then it's her, and then she keeps pointing at some.
That's crazy. There's no other explanation.
Before we take a look at some unsettling footage that's been captured in a cave in Cuba, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we
Cuba?
drop our scary and
The
intriguing
4th of July?
videos.
What the fuck, Aim?
Unsettling footage has emerged from a cave in Aruba, Cuba, capturing an eerie moment that's left viewers thoroughly creeped out. The video, posted on Facebook by user Marie-Louise Montero, was taken by a professional photographer during a 12-day camping trip in January 2022. The photographer, accompanied by a friend, was documenting their adventure when the camera caught something deeply unsettling.
Do you automatically get Havana
The two men
syndrome
had been
from just
exploring the
watching
cave all
slapped hand
alone for
videos?
several days when their camera picked up.
I hate to tell you all. But
At first glance, it can be hard to see, but when slowed down, a distinct figure can be seen moving in the shadows.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
This unexpected sighting has sparked numerous theories and much speculation. Given the
Much
isolated nature of their
speculation.
trip, the presence of an unexplained figure adds a chilling layer to the footage. To this day,
Do
no one's
you
been able to
understand?
identify what was caught on camera here, leaving viewers with a lingering sense of unease.
There's like a mine,
That's the
clearly.
end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching.
The
If you wanna
gamer
see some
mom?
more of our stuff, there's 2 links right there. Now remember to follow
The mother of all gamers? Damn. They got her. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Can't believe that. You know what else is crazy?
Hi, my name is John Bailey. I've been a knife thrower for about 40 years. This is a letter opener out of India. Okay? It's a pair of scissors.
Just a pair of scissors.
All right? If
Guy's
you're going to
sick.
call it a butter knife, you're going to have to call it a butter knife with an attitude, because it has an attitude of a rhinoceros on steroids. And the last one that I broke, I welded back together. It had sentimental reasons. I had killed a rattlesnake crawling up next to a guy's head with it. And just go ahead and throw, just like you're going to throw at a cockroach on that tree. Imagine if you had somebody's mulberry bush hanging over the top of your fence and it was dropping mulberries all over your patio. This guy's mulberries are messing your house up. Go ahead, chop on it. Here's old Lucifer.
Oh my God, it's Beelzebub.
Chasing everybody, so he's the perfect guy to be throwing at. This is Beelzebub or Scratch or whoever, but we're going to get him. Let's see what happens.
Scratch.
They all did the job just perfect. So this is your first spin line. Well, there you have it. You saw what the camera saw. In other words, don't be deceived. Evil communications corrupts good manners. See you next time.
I don't think I've ever heard that one before. How come the devil didn't have any, like, genitalia?
Welcome to Smokey Hale's Great American Barbecue. For the next hour, Smokey will divulge to you his barbecue secrets and tips on outdoor cooking. He'll take you through the
Smokey
best
the
basic
barbecuer.
equipment, how to start and maintain good coals,
Eating a
and
swan?
the
What the
best
fuck was
meats
that?
and seasonings to use, as well as his own ideas for barbecue fun.
Hi, I'm Smokey Hale. There are people writing barbecue books who don't know the difference between a Boston butt.
He sounds like he's like on the last tiny percent of his life. Like, if he gets hit by one enemy, he's gonna die.
Don't be afraid to try goat. It's a much misunderstood and maligned meat. Alligator tail, frog legs, rattlesnake, lizard, eel.
Would they eat
delicious.
rattlesnakes, turtles?
Beef tongue is a unique treat. For the more adventurous, try armadillo or iguana, a nutria. Personally, I enjoy eating beaver. And when your temperature relaxes,
He knew what he was doing.
you can relax.
Personally, I enjoy eating beaver.
Let the beverage run. And don't forget, real barbecuers taste better.
Why does he have like a fucking dentist chair? The fuck? Who the fuck was that guy? He actually died when he laid down. How's that? A little bit of USA for you guys. Forget what really matters.
I saw the moon, I heard the wind. Now my new life will soon begin. I had to go, but it's okay. You see, I'm with you in a different way. USA.
Oh, dude, look at that matting.
America.
That's sick.
Stand as one. USA. America.
Yeah, we did like at least $3 bill streams. One day, Chad was like mad at me because that's all we did was watch a dollar bill. It's on my VOD channel. She had a baby. See the baby? This is actually kind of catchy, guys. That little trumpet. Fairy? She raised the baby. Pretty sure you shouldn't be like blowing your nose into the flag like that. So is he dead? Is that what he's saying in this song? I don't understand. He had to like go away. It was kind of fucking sick. All right. Who didn't like that? If you didn't like that, well then fuck you.
Welcome to Surfing for Seniors, an introduction to the internet. Let's start with the tool you'll use most while surfing. It's called
I used to have that mouse.
A mouse. Now, a mouse is a handheld piece of hardware.
Ugh. Can they
which
find
is
a better
attached
hand?
to your
Jesus
computer.
Christ.
It works similar to the game that you find
This
at fairs,
is a zombie's
supermarkets,
hand.
department stores, where
The
all
blood
the
is
toys
nearly
are
gone.
inside the glass case. You have to maneuver the claw to pick up the toy inside the case. Since you cannot reach your hand
This
inside the case,
ring
you must use the
is
tool
holding this
by maneuvering
person's
the
life
lever.
together.
Treat the
The
mouse
life
button
force.
as if it were hot, sort of like the potato in the game Hot Potato. It's time to find out how to get to your server. No, your server is not the waiter or waitress at your favorite coffee shop. The server is the company that is providing your access to the internet. At this point, your internet search engine is looking for information regarding embroidery. This may take some time, so be patient as your computer goes
yeah, it's
to
probably
work.
for old people, but they should have found
You can compare this
like a
to
living
the Pony
old person.
Express, as it went from
Yo,
station
New
to
Haven.
station
I know where that
deliver
is.
or receive information. In this case, instead of a horse, your computer has a modem. We hope you've enjoyed your first surfing experience.
Hopefully not your last. It was.
Hi, I'm Jack Drews, editor of American Fireworks News.
And I'm Donnie Drews, co-editor of American Fireworks News. Welcome to the Fireworks Video Magazine. Some pretty big things happen in our fireworks world each year. We'll have a list of the really big events and tell you when to go, where to go, and who to contact.
Said when
and
to
we'll
go.
follow this up with a printed list of events.
She actually trying to say.
Easy for you. Jack, do you remember the time we were filming the setup at the display and they had a shell that wouldn't fit the pipe and the loader did something so simple and easy to make it fit?
Oh, I sure do.
Remember when
How
we
about
blew that
trip
fucking
that we took to
person
the
up
Consumer
with our
Fireworks
fireworks?
manufacturing plant, where the manager showed us that special way that he tests base items for stability?
Oh yeah, and weren't we surprised when we found out that the Consumer Product Safety Commission
this is
now
creepy kind of,
recommending
actually.
that technique for everyone?
Oh yeah, and how about that trick with the rubber bands that we learned at the display a couple of days ago?
Remember in the
Yeah,
burbs when they
I
like
really enjoyed finding
have
out
like
what a dead
masks
man
on? That's what it
switch
looks
is.
like.
Yeah, well, these are a couple of the
They're wearing
hints and
people
tips.
masks.
The answers to which you'll find in the January.
Like he's gonna take that
Fireworks
mask
Video
off at the
magazine.
end and he's someone else underneath it. You're guilty.
And let me just very quickly tell you what happens when it's time to wake up in the morning.
Hello, Mr. Jaja Banks. Mr. Day starting pretty okay day with a biscuit.
I bet you this is worth thousands of dollars today.
That's great.
Isn't that great?
And of course, what's happening also is you can't hear this, but it's vibrating too. So
Right.
it's the feel of it as
When your
well
child
as
wakes
the
up,
sound.
right?
It's just a very gentle vibration.
Yes. Dance. Dance for me.
Is this the most awesome Darth Maul t-shirt ever in the history?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Look at the way the
The
horns
history.
pop out on here too.
That's kind of frightening
yeah,
That's neat.
it's very cool.
Or if you just want something where you can walk in the house and it's a great place to put your keys, great place to put spare change. You know,
I have a brilliant idea.
this frightens me when you say that.
How about serving Jell-O in this? I'm just
That
sort
is
of
disgusting, Steve. That is such a guy thing.
Steve, you are fucked up. You are one fucked up individual. You want to put Jell-O in there? Put this guy on a fucking list. Fucking fired.
Hello, neighbor. I'm Frank Worley.
I'm sorry, what did he say his name was?
Hello, neighbor. I'm Frank Worley.
Frank Worley. Only $70. That's a steal.
You're a grand old flag, you're a high flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every
Sing it.
heart beats true, neath the red, white, and blue, where there's never
He's in every branch of the military.
but should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old
He's in the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, and the Marines. It's called, you know, going around the bases. No, it's not.
You're
not called anything. I don't even think you can do that. People think AI's fucked up. An actual human made this. Not only did they do this, but they made hundreds of babies in commercials do things. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. This one actually looks like, I don't know. Is it Walton Goggins? Is that his first credit? I don't believe that this is the real voice of that baby. George Washington just couldn't take that shit out of his mouth. These babies didn't get paid, their parents did. What do you think it was like on the set of that? Like, were the parents like looking in the eyes of the people making that and they're like, what are we doing? You think God is staying in heaven for fear of what he's created? Truly.
Welcome to Smoky Hill's
We watch Smokey.
This Saturday night at 9 p.m., come join us. There we go. In the USA, born in the USA, born in the USA, USA, born in the USA, USA, born USA, USA, born. Where were you born? 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 I was born in the USA. I was born in the USA. USA. Take it away.
This is actually the first LCD sound system song.
Shots of red in the USA. Never. Freedom comes with a price.
These colors don't run. Have some fun. Thanks.
Good job. Yeah, basically death grips.
What's up? What's up? Yeah, who's your daddy? Daddy wants some of that. Struggling.
Did I do good, you guys?
Oh,
fuck yeah. You were the fucking whip shit of all fucking shitter bongers. Thanks.
Dude, Michigan is a fucking weird place. All right.
You're about to witness some of the scariest videos that are trending right now. Let's take a look.
This first clip was posted by TikTok user It's Baby Ibby on January 21st, 2023. In the video, Ibby is resting in bed filming her cats as they explore the room.
Ghost cat.
At first glance, it seems like a simple, endearing moment.
These cats were all not
Very
there.
bizarre turn.
Fix your
If you look
fucking
carefully,
fire
you'll see there appears to
alarm.
be a third cat oddly materializing, then disappearing into the floor. Here it is, slowed down.
Oh yeah, we've seen this one before.
Viewers
Or
were
it's just
understandably
another cat.
puzzled by this bizarre footage. Ibby, the video's creator, says that her mum had 2 previous cats who sadly passed away in the house many
It's
years
not a
ago
ghost
to a
cat.
frenzy.
I've seen that one.
In the video, Jem
It's in the
captured
roof.
bizarre and unsettling activity on her rooftop in broad daylight. For months, Jem has sensed
A
something
fucking
hiding
squirrel?
on the ceiling, leaving her with an uneasy feeling.
Come on, you idiot.
Driven by her suspicions one afternoon, she decided to record the rooftop with her cell phone, and what she captured.
People who don't know that animals like are alive. Even then, it looks like it could be like a raccoon or something.
Out of nowhere, a creepy hand emerges from the roof.
Oh my gosh.
The video quickly went viral, sparking a flurry of speculation and wild theories. Many TikTok users suggested it was the creature from Jeepers Creepers living in the roof, while others speculated about aliens and cryptids.
It's literally a
The
bioweapon.
unsettling footage had a logical explanation. A family of raccoons had taken residence in Jem's roof.
Aw. Those raccoons. Look at that baby raccoon. Dude, this bitch is just picking up those raccoons like basketballs and throwing them in the fucking
A
ceiling.
perfectly natural reason behind the eerie encounter. This revelation has provided relief to Jem and her viewers, who can now rest easy knowing there's no supernatural entities lurking in the roof.
That thing is broken. Compromised. Good job, raccoon. Get in there, you idiot.
For one little girl, a midnight trip to the fridge turned into a nightmare. Captured by a home security camera, the footage shows the young girl opening the fridge and reaching for a drink. But watch what happens.
Maybe you shouldn't record your kids going in the refrigerator. Oh my god.
Out of
It's
nowhere,
real
an
footage.
unseen force pulls her to the ground. Who goes by the handle Break and Pop has led
Which?
the internet buzzing. In the clip, Eddie captures a puzzling scene at a nearby pizza place.
Okay, where is this car that's reflecting on this Boston Pizza window? It's a Corvette C8.
Again, with the fucking footage that is 2 different things.
An orange sports car is clearly reflected in the restaurant's
Clearly.
window.
What?
Yet the car itself, a user known as Aeroporto D. While casually strolling through his city streets, he encounters something incredibly odd in the sky.
I think we've seen this.
A plane seems
Isn't it just like the laminate effect or whatever?
motionless in the air.
Honestly, poor show, him. Poor show. Bad video. Not impressed. Not impressed with that, man. No interest with that. Let's check out. I saw this video the other day. It looked kind of cool. It's like about some alternative tabletop game to Warhammer.
In this day and age, there are a multitude of war games,
Not spooky,
miniature
but
companies, and
thought it'd be
third-party
interesting to
startups
watch.
popping up just about every day. It's kind of amazing. I remember when I first started getting into the hobby and painting miniatures.
I just want to see this weird game. They look like they were like
Sigma
smiling
and
friends.
Sigmar. Not that there weren't alternatives, but miniature painting wasn't nearly as popular as it is now. And as a result, GW kind of ruled with an iron fist. Now they're still on top, but the cracks are certainly forming. I love Warhammer. I don't love it any less than I did back
Kind of been in the mood
It's
for
safe to say
painting
that this
minis
channel
lately.
is effectively a Warhammer painting channel over an all-around miniature painting channel. But today, I want to break that mold, as a new war game has completely
Look at this
stolen my
guy.
heart.
Looks like a Red Bull character, but he's also like a smiling friend, but he's in the war.
Core.
War.
Now you're probably wondering, what the hell is Core? Hell, that's exactly what I said when I discovered it about a month ago. Core is a war game that was developed
Look at
by
him.
Zombie Smith Studios in 2009, so calling it new is definitely a stretch. Also, for some reason, it has a weird PSVR game that was developed by Steelwool Studios. You know, the guys that made Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach? The setting of Core
that's
takes
weird.
place in the world of Allwide, a place relatively similar to our home. Well, yours, not mine. The inhabitants of Allwide are the Core. They're simple folk, no notable supernatural powers or abilities. They're farmers, merchants, and people just trying to get by. Their species resemble reptile-like aardvarks, reaching heights just under 1.5 meters or 5 feet. They're honestly pretty relatable. They just want to live their lives, harvest bugs, grow their crops, and watch their children grow.
They kind of remind me of
Have seemingly always been at war.
Fraggles.
Ever since they began forging their
They also look like
tools,
Spy versus
laws, and society,
Spy, I guess, a
they
little
would do
bit.
everything in their power to defend what was theirs. In the Core's native tongue, Allwide means home, the most important thing to a Core. They'll get into spats over just about anything, but what they truly want is to gorge on moth cakes and just work hard. But there are other Core. The kind that think a warm bed and full belly aren't enough. The Core that scheme, that connive. And their machinations bring whole nations and kingdoms into conflict. Constant conflict. Brutal conflict. For the history of Allwide is written in blood. This is Core. Now, the modern rendition of Core is produced by Wargames Atlantic. The current fluff is a little different from the older editions, but everything you need to know is that we have two main factions, the Crusaders and the Cocturans. The Crusaders believe that unless
So they're just like
the first
stuck in World
families are
War I
stripped of their
forever.
power, they will have no reason to change the current state of affairs, and the Long War will just continue. As you can probably guess, Core society is run heavily in class-based affairs. The ideology and political movement of the Crusade itself is based on the premise that the Long War is inevitable as a result of the stratisfactions of the Core society. Now, the Long War is basically the entire war of the world of Allwide. It's been going on for centuries off and on, and it's kind of understandable why they feel it's inevitable. The Crusader army itself is legendary for its military success, and it's because of its high degree of standardization. They're definitely the scrappier side, and they have more men, but their gear and weapons
They all look
are
like
definitely
Kit Bash,
on the
though.
lower
They don't look
side
like they'd be part of a set.
On the other side, we have the Cofturans. They're steeped in rich martial tradition and dedicated to preserving the traditional Core society. Their weapons and uniforms are much more finely crafted. Everything hand-stitched, their helms and chest plates polished. To take pride in their appearance and aura is as integral to a Cofturan as their prowess in combat. Their weapon is not merely a tool of war, it's a piece of art. The Cofturans see themselves as the last bastion
The
of
illustrations are
civilization.
straight up just Red Bull.
The oldest single government kingdom in Allwide. Many other continents and nations
Their eyes are like on the very sides.
and otherwise subjected to the rule
Kind of like
of another,
dinosaurs.
but never Koftir. Now that you have a basic rundown on the two sides, let's talk about the wargame. Earlier this year, the newest edition of Core was released in plastic. The older miniatures are still available for purchase, but they're all metal. Not that there's anything wrong with that, these look amazing. Now, the new box set comes with rules, miniatures, and a little lore book. If you want, all the rules are free online. The miniatures that come with the box are 12 Koftirans and 12 Crusaders. A typical core squad only requires 10 cores, so you basically get 2 extra for each side. Alternatively, if you just want to get the rules and you don't really care about the handbook inside, you could just order the box.
It looks like
that contain
pretty
24
simple compared to
miniatures
Warhammer,
for
though.
$40 a piece. Yeah, you heard me. $40 for 24 miniatures. Granted,
That's
they're not
fucking
as
cheap as hell.
minis, but 24 for 40 rather than 45 for 5, I think that's pretty damn reasonable. And there's no reason you can't kit bash these guys to be weird ab humans. Haha, hint hint, that's what I'm doing with these guys. But without spoiling too much for later videos, I really do like how these miniatures look. I really like the art style they're going for with the new plastic line. It's quite faithful to the watercolor designs that they have for most of the box art and promotional images. Now, what I love about these sprues is that they contain 3 core from each side. You have more than enough bits to fit your needs, tons of extra guns, little accessories, fun little bits to kit bash and play around with. I love that the Kofti side comes with a little satchel full of baguettes. Now, a thing to note, one negative side of these models is Tamiya cement does not work as well with them.
It's supposed to be like British versus
So I primarily
the French,
use
kind of.
Tamiya for these guys. You could use Tamiya, it just doesn't work as well. The biggest reason I like these models is that they're just the right amount of detail. They're very crisp in their design, but they leave a lot to your own imagination. A lot of modern 40k models are just a little too detailed for my taste, and what I really like about these little dudes is that they really enable you to fill in the blanks using your brush. If you haven't noticed, these guys have all sorts of colors to pick from. As you can see, I've relatively stuck to the main color scheme, only differing somewhere on the helmets and some of the fatigues. But when it comes to the skin tones, I've been really going hog wild. I like it especially because the Crusader squads operate in groups of 3. I've been picking 3 differing colors and pairing them together. And while some people may not like this, one thing I really like about the new expansion boxes is that they're all in cast resin. They're really high quality detail, but it just gives me that little boost in
Yeah, the skin patterns look crazy, especially with the uniforms done too.
Games Workshop is killing all their resin miniatures. But this really brings me back. While not everybody shares this sentiment, it always felt really special whenever I got a resin mini. And speaking of resin, these guys actually have 3D print plans on their website. Another cool thing I want to mention about the box set is you probably
That's pretty
noticed
sick
earlier,
that
but
they have
yes, it
just
does have
3D
built-in
print
frames.
plans you can just
I don't
grab.
think I've ever actually seen somebody do this before. It's kind of adorable. Now, what you probably are thinking off the top of your head is this really does seem reminiscent to Turn Up 28, and that's another thing why I like these miniatures. I think they're super universal in their design. You can kind of apply them to just about anything and make them stand-ins for 40k, Turn Up 28, probably Bolt Action? I don't know, I don't really play Bolt Action. Now, this is still a very early development. The core team is relatively small.
I've seen those bolt action minis a few times, and they are like they do look pretty sick.
This being the 15mm edition.
I think it's like pretty much just World War II stuff.
And that's something I'm really hoping to see in the 28mm edition. The buzz for this game has been kinda quiet, and I don't really like to see that. This is the first time in a long time that I've really felt excited for a war game. In fact, I'm actually learning how to play the game before I've ever learned how to play Kill Team, which is very ironic. But slight passionate tangent aside, I really do want to go into how the game is actually played. So the game itself is relatively similar to Kill Team in terms of its size, though this is relative to how many miniatures you wish to have. Now, I won't really break down the rules, but I want to give you a general idea on how the game is played just to give you a little taste. I mean, that's kind of the point of this video. The World War I-like setting and reality of the situation is very similar to how the game plays. There's elements of luck involved, good strategy, and there's a lot of little elements involving your actual miniatures.
Yeah, how the fuck do they use the guns? It's true.
If you're really into the Your Dudes,
Maybe it's like in the rules, maybe they're just like all fucking awful.
Your core might get really injured, and he might need some of his buddies to help save him. But think to yourself, expending that extra manpower to save one core's life over the main objective might result in defeat. Another thing that really sets this game aside is that they're all the same race. Sure, they have different cultures and weapons, but they're all core. In a lot of ways, it kind of humanizes the game for me. And while I'm sure this sentiment won't be shared with everyone, I feel like in this way it kind of has an advantage over 40k when it comes to the Your Dudes element. You feel for these guys. They're cute little dudes. They're not all bad guys, they're soldiers. They're fighting a war.
Oh yeah, they do look like the shrimp. You're right.
40K, the closest thing we have is the Imperial Guard. And I think they're actually
Yeah, they remind me of the guard.
We can sympathize with Space Marines because they are human to some degree, but at the end of the day, they're dogmatic zealots. And I don't really think I could empathize much with a Necron. But I think it might be best if I stop with the 40K comparisons. Because when it really comes down to it, there is nothing like Quar. It's its own thing, it's a breath of fresh air. And I think for a lot of us, it's been hiding under our noses this whole time. So please, if you enjoyed this video, please, please, please give Quar a chance. They're a small team, and I really want to see what these guys can do if they had a bigger budget. And hey, tell a friend about it too. I recently went to my hobby store to see if they actually had any Quar miniatures, and they didn't. But I convinced a couple to look it up while I was there, and they said it was really cool.
Yeah, I've never seen it before.
It's cool. And something I really do want to mention for all my main audience. Don't worry, I'm still going to be doing plenty of 40K content, but you can probably expect a Quar video.
I kind of want to check out the Necromunda, like, Ashes of the Waste thing. It's like the closest thing I've ever seen to, like, a Mad Max tabletop game.
Figured with this video being more of an introduction,
I don't know how there isn't something like that. It seems like it would just make sense.
I think a flat might be enough for one video. I just want to give a huge shout out to my friend Meaty. He did some excellent illustrations for this video, and you can plan on seeing some more from him later.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll ever get bigger.
I've definitely flat my beak enough for one video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you liked what you saw. Share it with a friend.
That's pretty cool. Here's a link to that if you want to check it out. If you want to check it out. How about a little infomercial?
For over 100 years, we've been scrunching and folding toilet paper. Finally, there's a better way. Comfort Wipe. The
Comfort Wipe.
Extension arm and holder. The first improvement to toilet paper as we know it since the 1880s. It extends your reach a full
We need
18
this.
inches while it follows the contours of your body and comfortably cleans.
Yeah, I love Gorka Marka,
It's
dude.
a shower brush. Just pop on
Gorka Marka was the first 40K I ever played, like 20 years ago.
Think about it.
22 years ago.
Toilet paper is really archaic and disgusting. The Comfort Wipe is a modern solution.
I've never seen anyone playing it though.
Never touch another dirty toilet tissue.
Being a big guy certainly has its advantages and its disadvantages.
What are the
It's a
advantages?
great product.
It's embarrassing to have someone help you with your
As a big
personal
guy,
matters.
tell me. I don't know what the advantages
It
are.
allows you to maintain your dignity while you maintain your personal hygiene.
Comfort Wipe, the sanitary paper extension arm and holder. The first improvement to toilet paper as we know it since the 1880s. It extends your reach a full 18 inches while it follows the contours of your body and comfortably cleans. So if you or someone you love suffers from the loss of range of motion, or if you're someone who just doesn't want to touch dirty toilet paper, don't be embarrassed, just get a Comfort Wipe. Order now and we'll send you the Comfort Wipe for just $19.99.
I just don't want to touch dirty toilet
Get it
paper.
quick. Just pay separate shipping and handling. It's the assist handle that installs in seconds. Getting in and out of the tub has never been more comfortable. You get it all, the Comfort Wipe and the Get a Grip.
And the Get a Grip. You've never been more comfortable in your life. Never been more comfortable. Except when you're wiping your ass. There, we gotta take a quick break. We'll be right back with a little bit more. Let's take a look at this, though. While we're BRBing. I'm just scrolling down. Here we go. I'm gonna leave this to play. I'll be right back, guys. The ad's gonna run in a moment.
5 years ago, when I was 21.
5 years ago.
Me and my
We'll be right
friend
back.
Seth got into this app, which showed you ghosts. We'd go out ghost hunting, but nothing much would happen. Sometimes a dot would appear on one of our phones and it would say random words. We would ask, "How did you die?" and stuff like that. And sometimes the answers lined up, but it was mostly random. One night, around 2 a.m., Seth suggested going to the cemetery to see if the app picked anything up. I was hesitant, but I nervously agreed. We started making our way through the neighborhood towards the cemetery. It was weird as the streets are normally lined with cars, but they were empty on this night. We walked down the middle of the road with the app running, but it wasn't picking anything up. We finally made it to the cemetery, which was a small, family-owned one where they only buried their own. Seth went up to the gate and started shouting, hoping to get a response on the app, but nothing happened. I was standing in the road, feeling unsettled, when Seth starts yelling, "Is that all you've got?" I told him to stop disrespecting the dead and we should leave. He tried being funny, saying,
"Is that all you got? You dead bastard? You fucking dead little bitch in the ground? Is that all you got?"
All of a sudden, our phones said something at the same time. I looked down at my phone and it was there. We both just stood there, looking at each other when 10 or so red dots appeared on the radar. And it said it again.
Do you think that kid's gonna get killed?
I woke up from my phone. Seth was next to me. I said, "We have got to go." As soon as I said that, we could hear the street lights turning off one by one from the top of the street, getting closer to us.
We have got to go.
Running as fast as we could. We got about halfway into the neighborhood before running out of breath and having to stop. I felt like I was gonna throw up from being scared and winded. Then I heard my phone say something. It was muffled, but I knew what it said. Being too scared to look at my phone, I looked at Seth, who looked terrified. He nodded at me to get my phone out, so I slowly pulled it out, and it said my name across the top. I turned my phone off and said, "Screw this, I'm done." We made our way back to my house and had a cigarette to calm down. We were talking about what just happened, almost not believing it.
The ghost was in the fucking cigarette.
This time it was my sister's name. We just stood there, frozen, not saying a word, when it went off again and said my brother's name. I took my phone out, turned it on, and deleted the app. I asked Seth to stay the night, but he refused. I can't blame him. When I finally got to sleep that night, I dreamt a muffled voice repeating a word over and over. I started to wake up and the words became clearer. My phone was off, with the battery out. But when I turned it over, it was lit up with the app running. It had a red dot about 6 feet from me, still repeating.
No. More American Dad than Family Guy. It's just me, or does his back look like a butt, kind of?
Bathroom. Feet from me, still repeating.
Like right here. He's just got a second butt on his back.
I woke up the next morning and went to the bathroom. I had a razor-thin cut from my left shoulder to my right hip. I don't know what happened that night, and nothing has happened to me since.
He just like falls, slides in half.
I don't mess with that kind of stuff anymore.
You wake up and you don't realize that you're cut in half by a samurai. You start falling apart. Oh shit.